not like the other no-nut Novembers that I went to, and like I will commit to my no-fap journey and say, I'm not gonna relapse, guys. Bro, shut the hell up, bro. Stop lying to us. Bro, the night where I committed to not relapse, I relapsed. I think I relapsed twice, bro, and I watched like hentai episodes, bro. Are you really that big of a pussy? Are you really that big of a pussy that you need like windows of brainwashing porn so you could fap? Do you really need that shit? If you're horny, just fap to your room. Because in the end, porn is the anime. Porn and degeneracy is what we're trying to get away from. I've made a lot of videos about nofap to now, and they kinda got contradictory to each other and just things weren't fine and it wasn't the same message every single video. And so I'm making this video to conclude them all for you. Alright, let's start with the first step, which is to cure your porn addiction first. And so you probably wanna get on nofap, right? Then you gotta cure your fapping addiction. Simple, right? But here's the thing. I don't think that you're really addicted to fapping by itself. I don't think that you're really addicted to just fapping. You're addicted to porn. Porn is the one that causes you an addiction. Because like, think of it for a while, right? Porn is what's causing you to fap 3 times a day. Porn is what's causing you to beat your meat every single day, even if you didn't feel like it, bro. Some guys do the work even if they don't feel like it. You beat your meat even if you don't feel like it, bro. Porn is causing you to do that. Porn is the one that's making you semi-depressed and is ruining your social skills and your relationship. Porn is causing you not to get any pussy. Porn is gonna get you to hell another day if you don't ask God for forgiveness after watching it and making that mistake. Porn is the problem here. And you should already know this. You should already know that the effed up anime porn that you're watching is ruining your social life. And don't cope with me. Don't cope with me and say, oh, I'm fapping for a little and then I'll just move on with life. It doesn't affect my social life. Bro, shut the hell up. I used to say that watching porn didn't affect me mentally. And then I was sat there for 2 hours watching pedophile porn or something, bro. Wake up. And once I stopped doing that shit, once I stopped watching porn and any kind of porn, my social skills, my positive thoughts, my productivity, my mental health, my presence, my relationship, the attention that I get from girls, my discipline skyrocketed just because I stopped watching that brainwashing shit. Porn is brainwashing you and you need to stop coping with me. It's making you lose brain cells, bro. It's a tool by the Matrix so it can make you broke and forget about God and get to hell. That's basically what porn is, and you should already know that porn is really bad for you. You've probably seen those Under Human Man videos where he shows you like tits on the thumbnail and he tells you to like stop doing it. You know that stuff. But you either watch them and get fapping to porn like I was doing, or got really uncomfortable. You got really uncomfortable and you just clicked off the video. But now, hopefully, you kept your attention on this video because I'm telling you this. Now those videos are about porn addiction is cool and everything. But they forgot to tell you this one thing. This one thing that will actually help you cure your porn addiction. Just fap to your damn wall. Like, come on, guys. Have you never thought about it? There's a wall there and you can fap to it. Are you really that big of a pussy? Are you really that big of a pussy that you need like windows of brainwashing porn so you could fap? Do you really need that shit? If you're horny, just fap to your wall. I don't get it, guys. I get that you're on puberty and you got shit ton of testosterone and you physically can't go on a week without fapping. I get that stuff. And so like, fap to your room. Shower if you're gonna pray and move on with life. That's the way to do it. It's not by just sitting there for 3 hours and fapping your meat to like effed up shit. This is the easiest step to do and the most important one, because if you do this step, don't even watch the rest of the video. Your nofap journey is successful, because once you stop watching porn, that sin brainwashing shit, you will not fap as often. You will only do it when you're really horny, once in 2 days by maximum. And as your hormones decrease, you will maybe start fapping once a week or something. So even God will forgive you for it. But He wouldn't forgive you if you're still coping with that brainwashing shit. And so just fap to your woe. Trust me, bro, if you do that, don't even watch this rest of the video. Come back to it years later if you wanna like stop fapping alone. Because this is the true life changing thing. This is the thing that will make your life 10 times better. Trying to not fap as often is preferable, but it's not as life-changing as stopping porn. So just fap to your goal. And now let's get to the second step, which is break the fapping addiction by itself. Now, as I said, once you stop watching porn, you're not gonna be fapping too often. You'll start going on like 2 to 3 days no fap streak and relapse, which is literally a huge progress. It's a huge progress for your no fap journey. But we don't want to stop here, right? We want to get to the next level, right? And to get there, we gotta cure the fapping addiction by itself. And to do this, there's like 3 things that really helped me the most with this. And the first point is to do productive shit. You have probably noticed this if you're going to school. You used to fap like 3 times a day, like 4 times a day, so like some effed up porn in holidays. But once you get back to school, for some reason you're fapping less. Now, besides that you're spending all your day there, it's just you don't feel like it as often. It feels like you've already used like life energy inside of you. So when you get to bed, you might do it if you're still addicted to porn, but you're not really feeling like it. And that's because you've used that testosterone. And this is exactly what we want. We want to be using all the testosterone and all that life energy that we have every single day. We literally want to drain our balls, bro, by doing productive stuff. And you might have noticed this, bro. You go through like a hard leg day and you used to want to fap, but after it, you're just dead, bro. Dude, even if they put up like a bunch of porn in front of you, bro, you won't even have the power to fap. And your balls are just drained. That's the state that we want to get to at the end of every single day. Now, we'll predict that most of you watching probably already go to the gym at this point, because let's be honest, who's not hitting the gym at this point, bro? But you still have like some free time that you spend like playing video games or watching Bucky or something, or like watch porn, which you quit it, so you have like even more free time now. So in that time, you want to be doing other productive things that will get you closer to your goals. But either I don't know what to do with my life. I hear this shit a lot. You know what you want to do with your life. Don't cope with me and say no. You know what you want to do with your life. You probably got these thoughts of what do you see yourself like 10 years from now while you're watching the anime, bro. Don't lie to me, but you just kept distracting yourself from those thoughts by watching more anime, playing more video games, watching more porn, and you just never took the time to think, oh shit, how could I achieve this goal that I've got? That's exactly what we want you to do. So like, turn off anything, turn off the bullshit animes that you're watching that are not productive, which I talked about in that video. Check it out later on if you want, and open a note on your phone and take a minute to think of those thoughts that you got. Maybe you want to be a YouTuber, maybe you want to be a dropshipper, maybe you want to be a coder, maybe you want to be a damn physician. I don't know, it's your brain, it's not mine. And keep thinking of that thought, like take a minute to think of that thought and set goals about it. I tend to like set milestones because I don't want to set like a huge goal in the future that I don't know if I still want to achieve or not. Like, it's good to think in decades, but you gotta get like some small wins so you can dream even bigger. And so, for example, if you're a YouTuber, set the goal to upload a video this week. And don't overwhelm yourself and type like 100 subs the next one, bro. Shut the hell up. Who are you, bro? I didn't get there yet. Try and get there faster than you, bitch. And start taking action on that damn goal. Start taking action on it. And it will probably feel really hard. And so you'll feel that you're using a lot of energy to sit down and work for it. And that's exactly what we want. But don't forget to watch this video where I showed you like how to do the work alone, because you're probably still new to this. And once you start doing that, you will feel so productive throughout the day, bro. You will feel like an alpha male, bro. Like, you will get like this ego stroke and say, who the hell faps? Who the hell like still watches anime and watch porn, bro? Like, get a hell out of my face, you little pussy. That's the feeling that you will get if you start taking action on your goals and try to dedicate as much as possible to it. And you won't even have the desire because you already used up all that testosterone on the work that you're doing. And you literally get to the end of the day and your balls are drained. And this is always true, bro. When I go to school and like not work on my purpose, my main goals, I feel soft, bro. I don't feel productive throughout the day. So when I get back home, I start procrastinating and bitching. I got these thoughts of like, why don't I just sit in bed and fap? And I think I've like relapsed sometimes because of it. And it's just like bullshit. And this is why I hate the education system. Well, that's not the point. for this video. And so to conclude it, do productive shit. And now let's get to the second point, which is making myself feel more regretful. As I said, once you cure your porn addiction, you'll get stuck on a 1 to 3 day streak because you're too big of a pussy and need to fap every single day before you sleep. Do you know what they call that, bro? Do you know what those old masculine men used to call fapping? The poor man sleeping pill. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're using the poor man sleeping pill because you're too broke. And you probably got triggered hearing this and you went like, whoa, what the hell is going on, bro? Like, chill out. And this is exactly what you want. You want to make yourself feel so regretful. And what I've just told you is just one of those tools to help you feel more regretful. Literally, bro, you want to make yourself feel so regretful that you're scared to even do that habit, because the regretfulness that you feel afterwards will make you feel so shit about yourself that you just don't want to resist it anymore. And if you're actually committed to your nofap, you will feel somewhat regretful every time you relapse. But we want to feel even more regretful. I did this by getting closer to God and committing to Islam more, and realized that I'm wasting life. Literally, bro, your sperm are almost living creatures, bro. Do you want to kill them, bro? Or minimize the times that you fap in? And besides that, your balls have a limited amount of sperms. And so literally, if you keep fapping like 3 times a day, every day from now, you'll get to like 37 with like your wife, and you suddenly don't even want to have sex now. You can't even generate semen. And so these was like my reasons that helped me feel even more regretful and break through the fapping addiction that I've had. And so find a way that will make you feel so regretful that you're scared to even do that habit. Even with your porn addiction, watch Under Huberman podcast, research about erectile dysfunction, get closer to God. Watch this video where I specifically talked about this point, and make yourself feel so regretful after fapping and watching porn if you're still struggling with that. And the third thing that will help you break your fapping addiction is to change your environment. Alright, first, let's be honest. If you're still scrolling through ass on Instagram every single day and you're watching these Omegle videos with tits on the thumbnail, of course you would wanna fap. And so just delete Instagram, bro. I can't stress this enough. It's almost like porn, bro. It's almost like porn. I think that Instagram like made it permissible to show nipples in Instagram or like porn or something. So like delete that shit, bro. It's just almost like porn, bro. It's almost the same thing, but it's not as extreme. But they will both make you semi-depressed. They will both make you awkward. They will both F up your mental health. They will both make your social skills trash. They will both make your life worse. So delete that shit. If you want to talk with your bros, just use a texting app. Messenger, Telegram, or WhatsApp. These are messaging apps, so you don't have to scroll through ass every time you try to check your damn messages. And don't go up with me and say, well, Israel will use it just to message. Bro, shut the hell up. These guys go pixel by pixel on your homepage to make sure that you scroll through ass and you fap before you check your messages. So shut the hell up and download the texting app. Delete damn Instagram. Now there is another way to do this, is to create a new account and only watch productive shit there, like some motivational quotes and everything. But I think that's too risky, so delete it for now. And if you want to consume content, go on YouTube and watch podcasts. Those might actually educate you and change your life, not those bullshit Instagram reels. And so just delete that shit, guys. And besides this, if you're still like struggling in that period with your nofap addiction, you could not try to not be as alone as you currently are. Maybe if you're like working and doing some productive shit and you're wearing earphones, you could like keep the door just barely open, so you make sure that you don't start fapping subconsciously like a dumbass because you're still addicted to it. And like same thing before you sleep, you could like keep it a little open so you can cure the addiction and like get rid of that bad momentum that we don't want. And once you start taking action on these 3 things, by the time you'll break the identity of someone who fap. Bro, you will get like a random thought to fap even though you don't feel like it, and you say like, who the hell faps? Who the hell still watches porn and that degenerate shit on Twitch? Who the hell still does that shit? And you start building the identity of someone who doesn't fap to porn. You didn't know your identity shapes your habits, and your habits shapes your identity. So when you build the identity of someone who doesn't fap, you will see how your streaks will become so long. And this worked for me a year ago. I spent a whole year without beating my meat, a whole damn year, because I've used these tips that I've told you. But here's the thing, after that 1 year of my no-fap, I made this video which is titled Why I Chose to Fap after 1 year of no-fap. And this is what we are gonna explain in the next point, which is wet dreams and testosterone. When I finally went on no-fap a year ago and took it seriously, not like the other no-nut Novembers that I went to, and like I will commit to my no-fap journey and say, I'm not gonna relapse, guys. Bro, shut the hell up, bro. Stop lying to us. Bro, the night that I've committed to my no-fap journey, bro, the night where I committed to not relapse, I relapsed. I think I relapsed twice, bro. I watched like hentai episodes, bro. And the same damn night where I committed to my no-fap because no one told me to fap to my dumb mole. But now I'm finally committed to it because I've used some of these points. So I remember I was like in a 2-day streak. Then I slept and I'm like still motivated because I have just started my self-improvement. And I've just woke up to busting a nut. And I'll go like this, what the hell happened to me? Why did I bust a nut even though I didn't fap? What is this? So I researched about this. And turns out there's something called wet dreams. Holy shit, what a discovery, bro. I was a porn addict since I was 11 years old. I didn't even realize what wet dreams were. I never got wet dream. I was a porn addict before I could generate semen, bro. I never missed a day. I honestly never missed a day. Maybe I've missed like a couple of days when it was Ramadan or something, but like rarely do it, bro. I never missed a day since I was 11 years old till I was like 15. Think of how bad that is. And so I literally never had a wet dream, but I had one. And I made a video about wet dreams where I give you like some tips to help you like not have wet dreams, which is like a couple of these points played with like some other stuff. But now I think of it, bro, even if you apply all that stuff and you like haven't fapped for a while, of course you're gonna have a wet dream. That's a damn natural thing, which is a good thing, right? We don't wanna be horny all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't wanna be horny all the time. I wanna be like always tunnel focused on the work so I can achieve more. And I don't want to spend the whole day and use all my brain power convincing myself that I shouldn't fap. We don't want to do that. That's unproductive. That's bullshit. And that's exactly the reason of why I chose to fap after 1 year of no fap. Because it's been 2 weeks since I had a wet dream. 2 whole weeks of semen retention. That was so horny, bro. I was so horny throughout the week, bro. I would go like walk to the mosque so I can pray, and I would go these random thoughts like I want to rape women at this point. Like, come on, guys. This is not okay, bro. Until I got to one day, and I was like studying for like some physics, and I was so horny that I couldn't focus on it, bro. I spent like 2 hours drafting my attention back from down there to the damn monitor. Like, so like, what's the point at this point? Like, what's the point of no fap? Isn't it to forget about girls, be productive, and be like a monk? Isn't this a true reason of no fap? Because like, come on, guys. The goal is no fap is not to not fap and like be broke. And that's why I fap. And I obviously didn't watch porn. Like, I just fapped for 10 seconds, took a shower, under 5 minutes, and I'm back to do the work. And I'm even more tunnel vision because I've taken a cold shower and I fapped, and I'm 10 times more focused now. And I didn't feel de-energized. I didn't feel depressed. I didn't feel no bullshit. I was just going back to do the work. Like, stop making excuses for not doing the work. Bro, if you still don't want to fap and you can't focus on the damn work in front of you, that's scope at that point, bro. That's actually unproductive. That's a bad habit. You're using it as an excuse to sit there and say, oh, I'm so productive, guys. I haven't fapped in like 2 weeks. And you sat there watching YouTube videos, distracting yourself from your damn boner because you can't sit down alone and do like some mental work. Because if you do it, you will fap. Come on, guys. We have some other things to do than convince ourselves to not fap. And so once you get to that situation, once you get to this situation that you literally can't focus on your work, and you get to like random thoughts of like raping women on the damn street, fap to your bro, just 10 seconds and move on with life, and maybe shower if you're gonna do your prayers. Because I would rather you guys fap every single night without watching porn, obviously, to your role, than commit like a huge sin and paying for sex or like raping women or like having casual sex or some bullshit. I would rather you guys fap to your role every day than do that, because it's a huge sin. And these like successful guys doesn't understand that, bro. They don't even know that God exists. And so like they go pay for sex. They go have casual sex and parties. They think that those guys that are fapping are like average and broke. But if you think about it, in the eye of God, in the eye of Allah, they are the ones that are average and broke. They are the ones that might get thrown in hell if they don't ask him for forgiveness another day. Now what Prophet Muhammad told us as Muslims to do at this point, when you're like really horny but you don't have a wife yet, he told us to fast. But here's the thing, we can't be fasting throughout the year. This is like another level of discipline and dedication to God. These are the guys that will literally fast so they don't fap. But that doesn't mean that fapping is haram. Especially if you do it at this point, bro. God will honestly forgive you, because you're doing it with the intention of doing more productive things and like not doing some sin stuff and pleasing him even more. It's not like a really noble thing to do, but it's like a lesser version of it. It's not like sin, but it's like average. It's honestly average, bro. It's like average faith guys thing, which I feel guilty saying this because I want to be more faithful, but I hopefully will get there at some point, inshallah. Now, as I said, we have a limited amount of sperms, so you don't want to be fapping that often. But as I said, guys, if you get to that point, you probably have like a wet dream in that same night. And now think of it, why didn't I reach this point when I went through my whole year of like no fap? Like I had a few wet dreams here and there, but literally like whole year without fapping. I've thought about it for a while, and it's related to your testosterone levels. Because at that time, I was overtraining, bro. I was going to the gym and spending 2 to 3 hours there 6 times a week, 7 times a week. And if you didn't know, training over an hour and 50 will lower your testosterone a lot. And doing that consistently for weeks and not recovering well will lower it even more. And not forget to mention that I lacked sleep for the whole summer because I didn't know how to schedule my sleep and like set it alarms and everything. And I wasn't eating that much fats in my diet. And if you didn't know, like fats really helps like generating testosterone. And I always felt sleepy and tired, bro. My testosterone was always low at that period because I didn't know how to optimize it so I can be more energized and be more productive and achieve more stuff. But now once I realized my mistake after watching Javen said, I started doing only 2 workouts a week. And I've done like martial arts with it. And both of those workouts takes less than an hour, so my testosterone levels were through the damn roof. And actually optimized my sleep and like stopped setting alarms. And I started drinking caffeine 2 to 3 times a day. And if you didn't know, caffeine increases your dopamine a lot and increase your blood pressure. And if you didn't know, your thing down there is made of blood. So if you're bumping up more blood to it, of course you're gonna have a higher sex drive. And I started eating eggs on a daily basis and added more fats in my diet. And so when I did these things to optimize my testosterone, and since I'm 16, of course my testosterone levels will be through the roof now. And so I'm literally stuck on a 3 to 4 day streak now. Actually, bro, I can't spend a whole week without fapping because I get to the point where I just can't focus anymore. And as I said, we're doing no fap to be more productive, focus more, and forget about girls. And if it's gonna violate that, if it's gonna do the reverse of that, what's the damn point of no fap? It's just a waste of brain power, a waste of attention, and a waste of time. Just go fap for 10 seconds on your wall, shower, and get back to the work. Because in the end, porn is the enemy. Porn and degeneracy is what we're trying to get away from. Now, I can't really tell you on what exact day you will get to this point when you're literally so horny that you can't focus on your work. I can't tell you because it differs from person to person. Because as I said, you might not eat the way I eat. You might not train the way I train. You might not sleep the way I sleep. You might not have the same temperature as we have now. And you might not drink caffeine as often as I do. And you might not be the same age as I am right now. And you might not have my genetics. As I said, there's so many factors that could affect your sex drive. And so I literally can't tell you. Some guy could spend 2 weeks without fapping till he get to that point. Some guy could spend 2 months. Some guy could spend 2 days till he get to that point. It differs from person to person. And so you gotta be honest with yourself. You gotta be honest with yourself when you get to that point, and no fap is actually affecting your productivity, your mental health, and your thoughts, and you just can't stop thinking about girls. Even though you stop watching Instagram, you stop watching porn and applied everything that I've told you. That's the point that you should fap in. As I said, fap to your role because porn is the damn enemy here. But don't use it as an excuse. Sometimes you might not get to that point. You might not feel like fapping, but you might get some mental health problems, some anxiety here or there, or you just do it for entertainment because your life is shit and didn't take action on the last point that I've told you to do something productive throughout the whole day. Don't use it as a damn excuse to fap at those points and like say, oh, fapping to your role isn't that bad. Shut the hell up. Dude, if you fap to your role without feeling like it, like a pussy, just for like entertainment or something like a pussy, you should feel so regretful, bro. You should feel so regretful at that time because that's the bad habit. That's the damn bad habit. That's when fapping alone is bad for you because you're doing it even though your body didn't want you to do it. And you're just like wasting your sperm. And fast forward 15 years from now, you can't even have sex with your wife. That's the time where you should feel regretful even if you're fapping to your role. That's the time that you should beat up yourself for it so you can never do it again. And that should be all that you need to know about NoFap. And if you want me to personally help you cure your fapping addiction and your porn addiction and all your addictions and make the best investment that you will ever make, you could book my coaching. I've linked it in the description. And as always, bro, there's no time when you're ready to take action.